Are you getting sick of crypto airdrops and free money? Because I surely am not. Now, we got an announcement today that finally the W token from Wormhole is going to be launched next Wednesday on April the 3rd. So the wait for this one has been long, but it looks like the Odyssey is almost over and we will be able to claim it next Wormhole Wednesday. Definitely looking forward to this one, and I think that this is going to be a pretty sizable airdrop for the people that got an allocation. Another major airdrop announcement today came from Parcel. So Season 3 of the Parcel Points trilogy is almost over. And today they released more information on the tokenomics and the actual allocation. Now, for a great TLDR of this, you can check out Fabiano.Sol's post because he makes these awesome infographics. 7.5% of the total supply is going to points holders, and then there's a smaller allocation of 0.5% for HOA holders and Mad Lads combined. HOA holders are getting 0.4 and Mad Lads are getting 0.1. So by having one of the HOA NFTs, not only did you get a massive points boost, you're also actually getting a separate allocation. And moving forward, I'm sure they'll figure out a way to actually incorporate more benefits. Few points to note here. There's actually still time. The final point snapshot has not yet been taken. And as a Mad Lad holder, if you want to claim your allocation, you do need to go into the Parcel Discord and verify that you have that NFT with Matrica Labs. Snapshot for that is going to be on April 4th. And while there's no actual date in this announcement here, I'm assuming the token is going to be launching after April 4th, so probably shortly after that. And then there's actually going to be a second airdrop later this year. So I am pretty bullish on this one. I've been farming the Parcel airdrop for a while now. I would say at this point, if you haven't started, probably a little bit too late, but if you're in it, there's still time to shore up your positions and try to get some additional points to potentially rank up, because we don't actually know yet if this is going to be fully linear or tier-based. Although I believe the Parcel team has hinted that it would be tier-based, kind of similarly to the Jito airdrop. Okay, moving on now. A major announcement within the Dimension ecosystem of another airdrop for Dime stakers. This one is a little bit different though. It's coming from Nebula Finance, and Nebula is creating a new liquid staked Dimension token. The token is going to be called NDime, so this is similar to all of the other liquid stake tokens within the Cosmos ecosystem. And in order to qualify for the Nebula airdrop, it looks like you will have to stake your Dimension tokens for NDime. Now, this is not the first liquid stake Dimension token. There's already actually one from Stride as well. But since Nebula Finance doesn't actually have a token and they have a point system that's going to be linked to this, leading to the actual airdrop of the NBL token, I would say that this is potentially a better airdrop target at this point than the Stride liquid stake Dimension tokens. However, I personally still have most of my Dimension tokens staked natively, and I'll probably leave them that way and then just keep reallocating my staking rewards into opportunities like this. I think this could be a solid one. Next up, Prism officially actually announced their airdrop registration today. Yesterday, I guess, was a little bit of a beta of the checker, but they've updated it. So if you checked yesterday and you were having some issues, I recommend going back and checking again. With this wallet right here, I checked yesterday and for some reason said it wasn't eligible, but now it is. So go and recheck now that they've actually officially launched this airdrop checker. Next up, there was another announcement of an airdrop for stakers of a bunch of different assets within the Cosmos ecosystem. So you got the list here, including Atom, Dimension, no TIA, interestingly. And while there's not a ton of information yet, I guess they're still working out the logistics of this. One interesting point that I found here is that people that delegated to a centralized exchange, so right here, CEX validators, are actually excluded from this airdrop. And this is one of the reasons why, when you're choosing a validator within the Cosmos ecosystem, you do not want to choose a centralized exchange. You want to choose one of the validators that's outside the top 10 or 20 list and make sure that it's not Coinbase, Binance, or Kraken, etc. The same thing applied to venture capital funds here as well, actually. So they're really trying to support community level staking and validating. Now, in terms of this actual project, I have not done enough research to know whether or not it's actually legit. It's quite new. And so before connecting a wallet or making any claim, I would definitely need to do a little bit more due diligence and make sure that everything is on the up and up. We'll see what happens with this though, and I'll bring you updates as soon as we have more information. Next up, if you completed all of the tasks for the Venom testnet, you now get a reward, but instead of a token, you're getting an NFT that's being distributed directly to your wallet. They started off doing actually a manual claim, and then I guess they decided to send it directly to wallets so you can check and see if you got it. This is another test net where the rewards, at least so far, have been relatively underwhelming. A lot of people weren't happy with Métis, and now I've seen a lot of people unhappy with Venom. That's kind of the gamble that you take when you try and get airdrops from these test nets though, because honestly, you never know if it's going to be a good one or if it's going to be like this. Okay, next up, Linea has completely ignored, as far as I can tell, all of the calls on Twitter and on YouTube and elsewhere for them to stop their milking campaign, essentially, because yesterday they announced the launch of a new voyage, potentially up to 6 months long, for people that bridge capital and provide liquidity on the Linea network. Now, regardless of what happens with that, I still feel like it's probably a good idea to complete the Linea Park if you have the time and patience to do so. And they just launched week 6, so now I am so far behind. I have to complete all of these tasks if I want to finish Linea Park, and the NFT land looks like has the most tasks out of any. Now, obviously, I think that them launching another third full-length 6-month voyage is absolutely ridiculous, but with the amount of people that I've seen saying they're never going to use the chain again, they're so over it, they're done with it, honestly, I feel like actually getting LXP as much as possible is still a good play and is probably gonna print. It's usually these hated campaigns that get underfarmed and then actually end up rewarding the users a lot more. Okay, next up, if you've been following along with this Puff meme coin on Mantle, the next step of their journey is now live. So you can go to Puff's Penthouse here, and this is a cool little interface. If you wanna buy or sell the Puff token, you go up there to the pool section. Look how cute this little guy is. And if you want to go and mint the next potion, which is the red potion, you go over to the alchemy table. You have to deposit or stake Puff to mint this, and to mint the vial, you have to deposit or stake ETH. So I don't know if you are following along with this journey, but if you are, the next step is finally available, and they've hinted that people that collect all of the potions for this will get a pretty significant reward at the end of it. Okay, next up, there's another protocol for restaking that just launched called FIDE Treasury Protocol. And this one is a bit interesting. It's got some pros and some cons. So the way that this works basically is you stake ETH one time, and then it's kind of like an ETF of all of the different restaking protocols. So it's a basket of them. And if you go to the application here and stake ETH, you collect points for all of these. You get points for FIDE, the app itself, then Eigenlayer, of course, and then all of these different LRT tokens as well. So it's like a 9 or a 10 for 1 airdrop qualifier. And the pro is that with one deposit, you get easy exposure to all of these different potential airdrops. The cons, however, are that it's on the Ethereum mainnet for starters, so you have to pay the transaction fees for being on ETH mainnet. The TVL is very low, and this is a brand new protocol, so I haven't actually done full due diligence, and I'm not actually comfortable recommending it yet. And then finally, you can't actually use leverage if you want to. And at this point, I would say we're getting to be a little bit late in the game for Eigenlayer. And one of the better ways that you can actually get decent points still is by using leverage protocols like Pendle, like Gearbox, and a bunch of the other ones that are available. But I wanted you to know that this is now a thing that exists, and if you're interested in looking into it, I'll leave the links down below. Next up, there's a meme coin airdrop claimable on the Blast L2, so you can go and check to see if you are eligible. They're giving airdrops to people that have been hacked or rugged, or people that are holding JPEG NFTs that have gone down in value a lot, and a bunch of other things as well. So the list of eligibility criteria is here, and you can claim the tokens here on the claim page. I don't think it's worth a ton, but free money is free money. And yeah, that is it for today's updates. Pretty excited for the launch of W and Parcel. I think those are going to be a couple of big ones, and Athena as well. So in the next few weeks, there's going to be more major airdrops coming through. And after the launch of the ETHFi token, which did spectacularly well, I feel like every project that is still doing points and holding off on the token should just go ahead and launch the token already, because what honestly are you waiting for? Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.